Hey, what's going on, everybody? Wanted to bring you a little unboxing video of a special knife. It is a Blade HQ exclusive, and this will be pretty straightforward. Not a technical review. Certainly I've not used it yet. Just received it today, and we'll go ahead and pop into this thing. And in this case, using my standard Paramilitary 2. You'll see why in a second. But can't do this on camera very well. There we go. Let's see what we've got in the box. Some peanuts. Get those out of the way here. Now this is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. With it's a solid copper handle. It's a Blade HQ exclusive, like I mentioned before, and this first time I'll be seeing it along with you guys. Seen a couple other videos online, but I thought I'd do an unboxing myself. Now, let's take a look. There is the knife itself. Let's get this one out of the way here. We'll just put that over here for a second. Now, I've seen copper or a coin that's there we go. Yeah, a little coin here. This is pretty cool touch also. Let's see, Blade HQ exclusive copper, just one more. That's what I always tell myself. And the little Knife Life logo there. That's pretty cool. So I'll definitely be keeping that. And that's one of the reasons I decided to pick this knife up. We'll just go through here. You just got your usual paperwork. I don't tend to read through that myself. But that's, again, what I was saying is that's one of the reasons that I was really interested in this knife. I'm kind of just getting into the EDC knife world, if you will. And I've got this Paramilitary 2. It's just your regular S30V steel. But this has been an awesome knife. Really enjoyed using it so far. And I saw that they were coming out with this copper exclusive. And I thought it'd be cool to have, you know, a exclusive piece from Blade HQ. If I choose to get rid of it someday, you know, it'll be in good hands with me. But I don't think that'll happen. I'd like to see this thing patina up, and maybe I'll show you guys a review down the road of what she's looking like after a while. But let's get this thing open here. It's being difficult on me. There we go. All right. So here it is. All solid copper handles. Now this is the first time Spyderco has done that, and I'll show you here. It's a nice action right out of the box there. Yeah, it's a little bit more flicky than this one is. But anyway, so the key differences here are going to be obviously these solid copper handles, and it's got some weight to it, which I don't mind, to be honest with you. I think this is a cool piece. I think that you know, having it out on your person, you don't want to scare anybody, but I think it's a cool piece. Obviously, you know, showing it to your buddies. Yeah, I think it'll carry just fine, similar to a typical PM2 with the G10 scales. But the main difference here is, let's zoom in. This has CPM Rex 45 steel. Now, the only steel I've used is going to be what's on your typical Paramilitary 2 S30V. From what I've read, your Rex 45 steel is Spyderco's used it in sprint runs before, with different part of their military line here, and it's made by Crucible. It's a very hard steel, almost identical to M4. So if you've had any experience with a knife, a folder with M4 steel, it's almost identical. I think Rex 45 can get a little bit harder. But to be honest with you, S30V steel is probably going to be just fine for, dang near everybody out there. Unless you're a really, really hard user, this Rex 45 will probably be not as prone to edge chipping as the S30 might be. But I don't, from what I've read again, it's not going to be that big of a difference. So anyhow, moving along here. Yeah, so let's see if I can get this for you. On your regular PM2, you've got those liners in there. And that is one thing that they've removed out of this special edition here. And you can see what they've done is they've done some milling in there actually to reduce the weight, get some of the weight out of these scales. But there are no liners in here, which is pretty cool. Still heavy nonetheless, but I think, again, I didn't buy this worrying about the heft, or, I didn't buy it specifically for this Rex 45 steel that it's got. I just thought it was a really cool piece. I'm a fan of anything leathers, copper, brass, anything that can patina like this. So anyhow, if you're curious, again, I'm not going to get into too much of the specifics here. Just wanted to do a quick unboxing and show you guys what this thing looks like in person. But the overall length is just about 8 1/4 inches. And I've got a couple examples here, just in case you're familiar. This is a Benchmade 940 Osborne. And I've also got a Benchmade Bug Out here as well. So just so you can kind of see what the overall length looks like compared to those two. And then obviously it's got the same dimensions as this PM2 or Paramilitary 2. So now the blade length, I'll get these out of here, is just about 3.5 inches. It's a little less. I think it's 3.44 inches to be exact. I live in Michigan here, so there are no restrictions on that, but depending on where you live, it might be something to look into before purchasing a Paramilitary 2 if you don't have one already. And then what it retailed for was $215, and from what I've read and heard, it sold out in minutes. And I'm in Michigan here, as I mentioned, so I'm in the Eastern time zone, and I kind of messed up a little bit. This was the first knife. I set an alarm. I saw it was coming out via Instagram, and it was supposed to be 10 a.m. Mountain Time, and I was thinking Eastern Time, but I still did get my order in. Was out on the golf course, and actually had to get that in, but apparently they sold out in minutes. So I'm happy I got one, and I'll wrap this up here. Just wanted to again kind of show you guys what this thing looks like in person. I think it looks pretty rad. There's obviously no patina on it yet, but that will come shortly as I give it some pocket time. So this is definitely a knife that I'd recommend. Sadly, right now, it seems they're going to be tough to get a hold of, but I know Spyderco does a lot of different sprint runs, and I think it's kind of cool to have, a knife that is a little bit more sought after that not everyone's got. So let me know down in the comments. This is my first YouTube video, but if you've got any questions for me specifically that I can answer, I'd be happy to do so. Thanks guys for watching.